Hello, good day everyone. So, andito na naman tayo para sa ating subject na Understanding Culture, Society and Politics or UCSP para sa grade 11. This is a core subject. Para sa akin grade 11, but some other schools they offer this in grade 12. So, dito sa akin ay grade 11 to. And take note, we are now on module number 12 or week 12. So, ang ating pag-aaralan ngayon is uh, ways to address social inequalities. At narito ang ating most essential learning competency. At least you will be able to suggest some ways to address social inequalities, local, national, or global. The following objectives are identify ways on how to respond to the following social inequalities: the gender, ethnic minorities, and differently abled person. And at least you will be able to craft action plans on how to address inequalities. So, unahin muna natin yung gender inequality. This is very timely. Uh, Napapanahon to, there are some issues na maririnig natin mapapanood at maririnig natin sa TV, issues on gender inequality, or in some books tinatawag nila itong gender bias. Okay, so gender is an important dimension of social stratification. Gender is the meaning of culture attaches to being female or male. When we say gender stratification, this is the unequal distribution of wealth, power, and the privilege between the men and the women. Okay. Gender roles and stereotypes impact individuals throughout their lives. This is very true. Gender inequality affects everyone, including men. Hindi lang puro babae ang apektado. Also men, they're also affected because of gender inequality. How can I call out gender inequality when I see it? Or ikaw, how can you call out gender inequality kung ikaw mismo ay nakaka-witness nun? Una, you have to speak out about your own experience. Maybe ikaw may karanasan ka rin ganon. At least you can share kung ano ang nagawa mo. How did you cope up with that situation? It's important if you feel comfortable to call out your experiences of gender inequality. Next, this could be highlighting sexist remarks made by your friends or peers or reporting harassment on regardless of places. Diba? People may not like to have their viewpoints challenged. They may react in a negative or aggressive way. So if your instinct tells you that a situation is too risky, your own safety is still the priority. So kung ipapahamak naman yung sarili mo when you share your experience, wag na lang. Okay? Your safety is the first priority pa rin. There are some ways naman on how to address the issue. Number 2, call out discrimination in the media and advertising. Paano mo to gagawin? Mass media is the primary agent of socialization. This is very true. So if you come across stories that portray gender inequalities, you can write to advertisers, marketers, and media outlets. Halimbawa, mayroon ka mabasa mga blog dyan, at may mga footnote naman doon na if you have questions, if you have violent reactions or anything about the blog, then pwede mo naman sila i-email or i-email mo mismo yung mga yung halimbawa, websites kung saan mo nabasa yan, 'di ba? Or saan mo nakita yan, na feel mo yung medyo gender bias on that particular article. Now, find out who is responsible and write to them to let them know your thoughts. Sino ang writer, 'di ba? You can comment also. Don't support entertainment that is disrespectful to gender equality and doesn't represent their true power, potential, talent, and diversity. Huwag niyong suportahan yung mga ganon because if you support them, parang kinokonsente mo rin yung kanilang ginawa, which is very wrong. Okay? Number 3, support other campaigners. Maraming mga campaign na kumukontra sa gender inequality. Paano mo maipapakita yung support to that group? A great way to make a big effect in the pursuit of gender equality is to join with others. Seek out local campaign groups. Marami sa mga social media ang mga campaign, mga group of people who really see the importance of gender equality. Pwede kang sumali sa kanila. Join or set up school societies for gender equality. Sa ating eskwelahan ba, mayroong organization na kumakampi sa gender equality? Alam ko yung ating GAD. Pinamumunuan yata yan ng ating guidance counselors or mga ESP teachers. So, pwede kang magtanong-tanong sa kanila, yung GAD or GAD, Gender and Development. There is strength in numbers. The more voices tackling a particular issue means they are more likely to be heard. Kaya wag tayo magugulat kung mayroong mga something like organization na makikita natin sa lansangan, mayroon silang mga dala-dalang placards at mayroon silang ipinaglalaban. So mas marami sila because they believe that kapag marami sila, they are most likely to be heard kaysa sa isa lang. Helping to raise the profile of campaigns by other marginalized groups is a vital part of ending discrimination, thereby promoting equality. Okay? So, number 4, it's okay not to challenge discrimination every time you see it. Hindi naman from time to time na nakikita mo yan is magre-react ka agad or mayroon kang gagawin. Tingnan mo muna yung sitwasyon. Karapat-dapat ka bang makialam o hindi? Kasi sabi ng number 4, it's okay not to challenge discrimination in every time you see it. Okay? As mentioned above, sometimes calling out discrimination can carry risks. It's not your job alone to fix the world. Oo. So, hindi lahat ng pagkakataon ay kaya mong solusyonan lahat ng problema sa mundo. Okay? Just changing how we relate with others and demanding that others do the same will not end gender inequality. Okay? Lasting change will only happen if the institutions that affect our lives also change. Don't feel defeated by these big obstacles. Each small achievement is an extra step towards our shared goal. Kahit konting achievement lang, hindi naman yan agad-agad masusolusyonan yung problema about gender inequality. Kapag mayroong isang tao kang natulungan at mayroon namang isang tao na hindi ka masyadong nakatulong, huwag kang mag-isip ng masama sa sarili mo na hindi mo kaya. Diba? Sabi nga dito kanina, it's not your job to fix the problem, all the problems of the world. Diba? So, another one is social stratification and ethnicity. So, race is a social division that is based on physical attributes. Ethnicity is a social division that is based on cultural aspects. Take note of these two. When we say race, about physical attributes, yan, yung pinag-uusapan. When we say ethnicity, it has something to do with your cultural background. Okay? So, ethnicity is a shared cultural heritage based on common ancestry, language, or religion that gives a people a distinctive social identity. Marami tayong mga ethnic groups na kapatid sa Pilipinas. So, most of the time, sila yung biktima din dito and it can be a problem or kasama siya dito sa social inequality na topic. So a related concept, discrimination, is the unequal treatment of various categories of people. So if you treat the person differently na medyo hindi maganda, that can be a form of discrimination. And however, when I say prejudice, this refers to the attitudes. Yung ugali ng pakikitungo mo sa tao, that's prejudice. Pero if you act on what you do, then that can be a discrimination. Okay? Both prejudice and discrimination can be either positive or negative. So both. Okay? Meanwhile, racism in general terms consists of conduct or words or practices which advantage or disadvantage people because of their color, culture, and the ethnic origin. Let's say, for example, uh, iniiwasan natin yung kaklase natin kasi sobrang itim niya. Tapos nabubuli siya. Tapos medyo hindi malinis ang tingnan ng kanyang balat dahil nga sa kanyang itsura, sa kanyang kulay ng balat. Tapos hindi pa siya halimbawa if you are a Filipino tapos medyo hindi siya Filipino or mayroon siyang ibang lahi. So, it can be a form of racism o nagiging racist ka na rin. And that's not good. Okay? Institutionalized racism can be defined as the collective failure of an organization to provide an appropriate and professional service to people because of their color, culture, or ethnic origin. So, pinipili natin kung sino ang ating tutulungan. Mali. So, remember, over 650 million people around the world live with disabilities. Okay, nandito na pala tayo sa mga PWD. And they have little hope of going to school, getting a job, have their own home, creating a family and raising their children, socializing, or voting. Because they are differently abled person. So the numbers according to UN Handbook from exclusion to equality, realizing the rights of persons with disabilities are damning. 20% of the world's poorest people with disabilities, according to UN Handbook. 98% of them, 98% of children with disabilities in developing countries do not attend to school. Oo nga, mayroon ako makakilala, mga kapitbahay, because they are differently abled person. Nahihiya yata siguro silang pumasok sa eskwelahan, kaya hindi sila nag-aral. So pa ba yun? Around a third of the world's street children live with disabilities, and the literacy rate for adults with disabilities is as low as 3% and 1% for women with disabilities in some countries. So with these statistics, ibig sabihin talaga nararanasan ng ating mga kapatid na PWDs or differently abled person na they are left behind because of the way they are, di ba? So, ano nga ba ang ginagawa ng ating gobyerno? How do we address this issue? Or how the government address this issue? Marami naman mga programa ng gobyerno, especially created for them. O, di ba? So, halimbawa, ano ba mga programa? Let's say, for example, di ba, unang-una may discounts para kung halimbawa magbibiyahe sila, they have 20% discounts. Binibigyan sila ng ID na katunayan that they are differently abled person. Tapos, pwede na rin sila mag-aral. Or kung hindi man, mayroon pa rin ALS, pwede sila mag-attend ng ALS. Okay? So, yun. Questions. What actions do you suggest to interrupt or combat social inequality? Anong kaya mong gawin? Kung hindi man masolusyonan, at least mabawasan itong social inequality, yung mga nabanggit ko kanina. What would you do if the people with political power in your area attacked your school and said you weren't allowed to go to school anymore? Pinipigilan ka dahil siguro something is wrong with you. So how would you react on that? Anong gagawin mo? So, by the way, with that, napaka-short lang ng aking discussions kasi mayroon tayong performance task actually na gagawin this week. Okay? So, our video is just an additional knowledge for you to get aside from doing your performance task on this module. Okay? So, if you have questions, by the way, to my viewers, at saka by the way, sa mga viewers ko na laging nakasubaybay sa aking discussion, do not forget to ask questions dyan sa ating chat box. I mean, sa comment section ng video. And to my students, if you have questions and clarifications regarding the lesson, uh, pwede nyo akong tanongin sa ating group chat o kaya sa ating discussion, sa ating klase. Okay? So once again, by the way, Merry Christmas, advance Merry Christmas, and this is the last discussion para sa taong ito. Bye everyone, keep safe always.